Hey, what's going on, guys? Aarava here, and welcome back to my F1 2018 Fantasy Career Mode here with Alfa Romeo on Motorsport Manager. We're here for the final round today, Doha, round number 16 of the season, and also an important episode because it's going to be the end of the season, so we have to start doing all the certain bits and bobs, you know, looking towards actually signing new drivers for this season. I think we'll actually do that at the very beginning of this episode before we get towards the race, because obviously the earlier we do that, the more time that just allows for that actual contract negotiation to happen, and there definitely is a case with, you know, some of the drivers we scouted, you know, the likes of maybe Rosberg, Button, Ricciardo, Alonso, what have you, you know, there is definitely a big possibility that they, you know, we need to do some negotiations because I might not get it. I might not judge the negotiations right off the bat correctly here. So quickly, we're going to do an interview here with RTL. Perez's agent's been telling reporters all over town you're interested in signing him. So it looks like we ought to maybe have the ability to sign Perez. If we say something nice, he's an interesting driver, we may look into it one day. Yeah, we'll say that. I mean, that's going to be positive 100%. So now we'll have the possibility to even sign him. So that just adds another driver to the tally as well. There was an actual comment, yes, in the last episode saying I should see what Hartley is and scout Hartley. I don't actually need to scout him because he's already, basically, we already know his knowledge, and he's just under 3 stars there. So he's actually better than his teammate Gasly. I guess you would probably maybe think that, being obviously done plenty of stuff in WEC before. But if we compare him to, let's say, Leclerc, he's pretty much on par, just maybe a tad weaker in some areas. He does have a timesheet hero perk, but obviously I'm not going to take last episode's performance as the kind of Bible of, like, that's how good he is every single time. Although I will admit, you know, he's done 2 P6s now, but if we, you know, look at where the car is, Toro Rosso is 6th, whereas we're 9th, and Toro Rosso technically better than Renault as a car, you can see there, but in the standings, Renault are a lot further ahead than Toro Rosso, so it doesn't quite add up in terms of, I think a lot of it is to do with the car and then just the start that Hartley's getting there. So I don't know, for Doha, I might mix it up a little bit. We'll see what the tyre wear is like, actually. Let's have a look. Calendar, tyre wear medium. There was a suggestion maybe I should be putting Leclerc on the softer tyre first, maybe to make sure and guarantee we get that good start. But, you know, that was a kind of unique case of Brazil and a few other races. A lot of the time, we're not even using any of the soft tyres. We're always using the hardest tyres. But anyway, before we get on to drivers, I want to quickly look at this because we've actually got 2 amazing highs we get. So at the moment, we've got this guy and this guy at 14 and 15. We look at the new highs and we've got 16 and 18. So I'm going to go ahead and fire these guys, and I'm going to go and hire those 2 new ones. So we're going to quickly, first of all, fire this guy. Don't need him. We don't need this guy. Going to fire him. We're now going to go over here. We're going to say hire over here for this one. 200k. It's, you know, money well spent, I think. So go again with the hire this guy as well, confirm that there, and now we're going to swap in. So swap this guy over here and swap this guy over here. So now we've got a really good lineup for the tyre changes. We're now on pit stops 2.5 there. And then this also gives them a chance to recover, obviously. We've got one guy who's slowing down a tad here. So actually, you know what? Why don't we swap him back there? So now a little bit slow on the pit stop, but the guy's not as fatigued, so I'll let him recover, basically, because he's a little bit down, even though he's really good. So just going to have to kind of deal with that. But let's go ahead then and look at drivers. So in terms of who we have scouted, obviously we've scouted, well, these guys: Alonso, Rosberg, Ricciardo, Button, Gasly, Schumacher, and Verschoor. Now, obviously, I think pretty much Schumacher, Verschoor, and Gasly out of the question, really. We're not going to hire them. They're both, all 3 of them, lower than Leclerc at the moment. In terms of Alonso, yes, he's really good, but the cost per race is going to be so high, you can see, and it's just not worth it. But these guys, there's potential there. I mean, Ricciardo's the higher end one, but, you know, Button, Rosberg, you know, the 31, 36. Probably, if I was to pick between those 2, even though obviously I would have a soft spot for going for Button, you know, Rosberg there being the better one and also being the cheaper one would be kind of a cheeky option to go with. At the moment, he's an Audi in Formula 3, so that could be a very cheeky opportunity to maybe go for him. He's got low morale. Is he going to be open to contracts? No, he's not. Okay, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate because he's got really low morale, and he would be amazing in terms of like a real cheap pickup, but looks like no, he's not interested. So I don't know. Should we cheekily try and see what we can do with Ricciardo? It's going to cost us a lot. It's going to cost us a hell of a lot. We could also go for Perez as well, potentially. Let's have a look. Let me see. Do I have Perez? Would I need to scout Perez, or do we already know what now? We would have to scout him. So if I click scouting, that'll take 19 days. So we'll keep Perez on the back burner. Maybe good potential there. But, okay, we can't do him. Okay, let's go in for negotiations with both Ricciardo and maybe Jensen. Let's go first with Ricciardo. He's interested, so let's start negotiations. And let's see. So your status is important. Obviously, you'd be given #1 driver. There's no question about that, really. And Charles, as far as I'm concerned, he thinks equal status at the moment. We need to renegotiate his contract anyway as well. So actually, you know what? Let's do that first, because let's actually play that smart. Let's renegotiate his contracts. He's interested, and then we'll get on to signing a new driver, because then we know how much money we've got to play with, basically. So let's get like the actual staple guy done first. So his status is fairly important. I'm just going to go ahead and say equal status. That might hinder us a little bit in the long run, in terms of maybe a little bit unhappy if we have to give the new driver first driver status, but we'll see. Wages is important. Prefer a medium contract, so end of 2017 then. Bonus size is quite important, so we're going to have to spend a little bit more. We're going to have to spend a fair bit now on Charles. From 31k, it's a massive jump up in terms of wages. Right, for the bonuses, I'm going to give him bonuses that he just won't obtain. So we got a 3rd place. So if he gets another 3rd, I'm happy to pay him 90k. If he doesn't, then there you go. We're going to bump that to 3rd as well. So really high qualifying bonuses in terms of the target, but it just ensures you don't usually have to pay out that much money in terms of that. Wages, I've gone about halfway through, I think. I think that's about halfway from the max I can offer and the least I can offer. I'm hoping, because I've highballed the, the bonus terms, that maybe I can lowball the actual wage. So let's see. Give that contract to him. Proposal sent. And we'll see what he says. In the meantime, then, how long is that going to take? 1 week. Okay, that proposal's there. We travel to Doha there. So really, I need to get going on also maybe offering other people's contracts. So let's have a look at Ricciardo then. Alright, we've got sponsor offers to look at now for, what is this? This is slot number 3. So we got Esso, Exona, and Randstead. Upfront payment 8 million, fixed per race, over 13 races though, so that's a bit of a shorter contract here. So over 13 races, I'll end up getting more overall compared to the upfront payment with Esso. So we'll go with Rexona. That will be nice as well in terms of also for next season. Having a decent amount of fixed per race payments is going to be good, because that will help overall just every day-to-day running of the team. Because I don't want to get to a point where we have a lot of money in the bank as balance and we're just shredding into it due to paying our drivers and the team and everything so much. I'd rather kind of have a steady green and maybe less of an actual budget. So I'm going for the fixed rate there. And also over 16 races, no brainer. If I'm getting like 7 million more and I can get a new sponsor then like 4 races earlier, may as well go for it. Alright, both these guys want renegotiations. Let's look at what Charles wants here. So, he wasn't happy with the wages. We tried to lowball him. Didn't work out. The bonus is all fine. Everything else is fine. Just the wages. So, he just really wants some more. Which is it's just so much more compared to what we were actually paying him. Alright, he was insulted by 236. So, is he going to be insulted by 325? Like, we've only got 1 patience level left, so he's got to be happy with that. That's because I don't want to get into territory of 350 is just so much. 325 is the most I'm willing to do, because we're paying him 3-1 right now. Alright, we're going to Doha anyway. We're going to have to basically leave it till after Doha. We got a contract reminder running out now for Giovinazzi, Leclerc, and Lorandi. So we only have 1 month until these guys leave the team. So you want them to, if you want them replaced or want to renew contracts, now's the time to do it. Yeah, got that. We are doing it. Got it. Awesome. Right. The new engine is getting built today, I think. Yep, there we go. New engine is in the books. Right, check out your car, improve parts, and here we go. Risk levels there. It's already the best. It's already the best engine we have. So, positive stuff in terms of for next year's engine. But let's remove this one, add that onto there. And then we'll move into Doha, and Giovinazzi still has a bloody dodgy neck, so we're going to have to, again, leave him at home and take the reserve driver, which is annoying, to say the least, but, you know, it's going to have to be done there. So, in terms of the tyre wears, we said it was medium. I'm not too sure kind of what tyre selection we're going to go for here. We're going to go for the kind of even split, I think, again. We'll go one less soft tyre with Charles. We probably won't use that many there, and we'll give him 6 hards just in case. Fit parts, he is unsure of his parts, but I mean he's getting Geo's one, so it doesn't really matter. I think everything's in order there, giving everything to Leclerc. Yes, it is. Right, go back, and we are good to go. Obviously, being Doha, it is going to be, I don't know, quite difficult to have some rain, so I think we're just going to have to hope for the best, but it might be quite a difficult last race, really. But, you know, the only major thing is we need to hopefully keep ahead of McLaren. It's 25-6, though, so even if they score big, I don't think they'll. Hopefully, maybe I'm jinxing it right now, but I don't think they'll score that big to overtake us. But you never know. We've still got a chance to maybe overtake Toro Rosso if we have a decent enough race, but I highly doubt that. But let's get into it to Doha. Right, practice time. Send them out. It's a long-ass lap here at Doha, I just remembered. So it's going to be quite a difficult session to do a lot of stuff in it, really. And especially we have to bring them in constantly for the setup. That's going to be a bit of an issue. So I'm hoping that we can nail the setup earlier rather than later. But if not, yeah, it's going to probably only be a level 2 sort of vibe, really, because you can clearly see it's such a long lap. I mean, that track map alone just kind of puts it into perspective of how long the lap is. So they come in, and what is it going to be? Please be kind of half decent. Have I guessed that any somewhat right? Okay, 2 greats in a good. Oh, Lorandi, man like Lorandi. Okay, we've done okay there on the setup for him. 95 already. You know what? That is good enough for the reserve driver. Just go out there and get the knowledge, son. You can be the lackey of the team today in today's practice. Just getting the knowledge, and we'll try and fine-tune Leclerc's, and we can actually afford to do that with him just going around pounding laps. So let's see, maybe just a little bit more aero, tiny bit more, and maybe a lot more on the acceleration side. Right, comes in. Ooh, gone the wrong way there. He didn't want acceleration. He wanted more top-end speed. Wanted more top-end speed, so revert back to that. We did do something right on the handling, though, so a little bit more stiffer handling, but he wants to go the other way, clearly, then, from where we were. So about that much, but then we need to go this way. Adjust that. Excellent. There we go. And then aero-wise, backwards as well. He wants to go down in terms of aero. Okay. Right, we're at 92%. I let Leclerc do some laps there. So we're back to where we started, really, even though we kind of have better responses. So that's good still. So probably about halfway through. I think that'll be the sweet spot. But we'll send him out another 4 laps on the same set of tyres there. And Lorandi's still doing his 12-lap stint, so he's going out for a long time. But we've got level 1 on the knowledge. We've got 8 minutes left. We're halfway through the session, basically. So, like I said, we'll probably only get level 2 here. Having it being such a long-ass time to get round. We've got 1 minute left coming up to, and we're not even going to maybe get level 2 here. It's going to be a level 1 situation on the knowledge. I'm hoping the AI have this kind of issue in terms of the knowledge they're going to be getting. So yeah, there we go. Session's going to end. Literally a couple of seconds, and there we go. It is ended, and that is the end of the knowledge. The bars are slightly moving still, but they're going to come to a swift end pretty damn soon. Yeah, there we go. And that is it. No more knowledge gained. Level 1. Okay, that's going to make things a little bit difficult, maybe, in terms of how we do. Because if everyone has worse knowledge, then, you know, then it's just going to be on the car. Like how well the car performs, how the driver performs, rather than maybe us having more knowledge than another team on a certain set of tyres. So into qualifying then quite swiftly on compared to a few other episodes maybe. And, well, we don't have much on to choose from there. Just hard tyres, light-footed on the intermediates, even though there's no rain forecast. We're all good on the strategy in terms of the setup, you can see. Leclerc now with 2 excellents and a great, but we take qualifying, send out straight away. It's such a long lap, you know what? I'm going to have to send them out at the same time. Let's just do auto for Lorandi then. So speed that up, and we're going to go auto for you, sir, over there. And we'll focus on Leclerc's out lap here and do this manually. All right, bringing the tyre temps down. The brake's going to be tricky to bring down. Right. Ooh, feathering it at the moment. We're in a perfect overheated range, and it's perfect overheated for the computer. So me and the computer have matched in terms of what we've done there. So now we just fast forward that and see how they do. Plenty of clean air there, looks like, for Leclerc. It's green sector, obviously no one set a time, but no traffic is a good thing at least. So across the line, what's it going to be? It's a 1:46, and Lorandi is at the moment 2:45. 4:0 down. So that would suggest that Leclerc can probably go faster because the delta time was about 5/10 last episode in qualifying between these two. So maybe Leclerc has some more time in the tank. It's going to be a close one to get out there and do another lap because we're literally already down to 4 minutes gone. So we got send out again, soft tire. We have no time to faff around about space. Just got to send them out straight away, really, and just hope for that we find the space, really. So speed that out, please. And we're going to go back on auto there and speed you up. And let's go, go, go. Tires are cold. Oh, perfect overheated again, and the same for the computer. So we've literally done the same thing, but we've got more clean air. Yeah, I think we've got a decent, actually a decent pocket of space here for Leclerc. Lorandi's getting held up, and we've been closed down by a Renault here on the lap, and Lorandi's had to make an overtake move on the inside there. But as we go through the lap, Leclerc is unfazed. So he's gone green first sector. Oh, actually, Lorandi's gone green as well somehow. He's actually catching Leclerc. That's not a good sign. That's a very weird sign if he's catching him. Let's fast forward through. Last minute of the session. We're coming across the line at the end, and it's P13. Wow. Nice lap. Is that how it's going to end? Please let it end like that. Please let it end like that. That's an amazing lap, actually. 9/10 nearly... Just under a second off. Oh no, now the real fast hitters have come out. So now we're 1.3 off, but still 14th. One place down. Ahead of Hartley and just behind Gasly. Okay, decent Leclerc. Final showing, and you pulled out of the bag. Hamilton in pole position again. And, well, so far he's been dominating this entire season, so not surprised there. But Vettel second. But, yeah, decent last showing there for Charles. And like I said, actually, spot on, 5/10 deficit there to Lorandi. So, like Brazil, so what did I say? Leclerc definitely had more, time to find, and he found it. Right, so we can only go on hard tyre knowledge and race trim knowledge. That's all on level 1. In terms of what we're going to go for today, well, let's have a look. We've got 32 laps to go, and how long do these hard tyres go? 18. We probably could do the 18, but we'd have to go a little bit slower and really manage that quite a lot. So we could make a one-stop work very easily on hard tyres. So I feel like we just have to go for that, and I'm really praying that Leclerc can have a good start this time round. With Lorandi, how long is he going to take his tyres? 17 to 19. Is he going to manage that? He could also manage the one-stop as well. It's really just a case of he's probably going to have a lower pace than Leclerc really to get up the order. But okay, I've got to basically pray now. We're going to pray to the racing gods that Leclerc can get a good start this time round, not get held up. It's a bit of pot luck really, but here we go then for the final time in this first season with Alfa Romeo. Let's see, maybe a miracle's going to occur and we're going to get enough points to re-overtake Toro Rosso. That would be quite something, wouldn't it? Right, here we go. Starting the race then. 21st and 14th there. Let's focus on Leclerc for the final time this season. 5 red lights to Doha, and it is a slow start for Leclerc. He's 15th place now, but as we move on, let's go attacking, please. Let's go on auto. Let's see, he's down to 18th. It's a real crap start. What happened, man? Alright, lap 2, he's back up into 17th place. He's back up ahead of Hartley. I don't know what on earth that entire first lap was. He was like down to 20th at one point. But now he's chasing back after now. The Renault, is that? No, that's McLaren of Van Dorn. He's just overtaking Grosjean. Gasly in P13 at the moment, so we need to get a move on, really. And hope we can start to close him in. So that's why I'm going still all-out attack here on the tyre pushing. We're gonna go down to high on the engine mode though. Don't want to wear out the engine too much there. We go down the inside of Van Dorn though. Around the outside doesn't work it. Through that long right-hander down the main straight. Let's use some ERS here to push on, close up. Hartley right behind, and Hartley goes for a move. Maybe no, doesn't work out there. And Leclerc stays ahead in 17th for now, and he's right up behind Grosjean. Come on, man, we need to make this move. ERS here off that corner. Can we make it? Come on, around the outside. No, not gonna work. Oh, Hartley comes in for the move down the inside. No, come on, man. Don't let him overtake you. Yes, here we go. No, this is frustrating. This is frustrating to see. Hartley's around the outside. Oh, we made it back, though. And we're up to 16. Fabulous stuff. Fabulous stuff. We're ahead of Grosjean now. And we're right on the back of Van Dorn. Gasly is in 14th. He's been overtaken by Sainz. So he is in our grasp. But all of us not in the points there. That's the more crucial thing. And now the tyre weight's starting to kick in as the tyre temps go up. So we're going to go to neutral. Looks like it looks like Doha's kind of like Russia, where the tyre temps go down naturally on neutral. So that's going to be good for us in terms of the pace of today's race. Right, down the main straight. Leclerc still 15th, still behind Van Dorn. Gasly's actually... Oh, actually, I missed that completely. Gasly's behind us now. I completely missed that. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Gasly's 16th, Hartley's 18th. Right, so we're chasing after Van Dorn and the two Renaults. Alonso's in P11, but not in the points. Hamilton's bottled it. Hamilton's down to P7 from pole position. It's a 1-2 for the two Red Bull guys, and the man who I'm trying to maybe negotiate a contract with is in first place, Ricciardo. So he might be, if he wins this race, he might have justification to really ramp up his wage salary here. But 27 laps remaining, and tyre temps are looking nice at the moment. Tyre wear-wise, focusing on Van Dorn. Where is he? He is on 72% one. I'm on 67. So we've got a little bit worse tyre wear than Van Dorn, so we need to watch out for that. Right, we're closing up a little bit on Van Dorn here in this last sector. We've gained a little bit of time there. You can see on the previous lap, we're going to use some ERS off this corner and try and gain. We've gained 3 tenths nearly into the turn 1, just not enough though. Ooh, we are actually closer there. We are closer there. Maybe going to use manual ERS off this corner. Can we power past him? Down the inside. It's round the outside. What a lovely move. Lovely stuff there. We calculated that quite nicely. Saw he was gaining. Knew I could use some ERS blast there. We're not really focusing on Randy too much, I'm not going to lie, but he is the reserve man. But I'll go ahead and use some ERS there for him. Right, push off away from Van Dorn, go back to auto there, and we'll now close up on Sainz if we can. Raikkonen really losing pace in this Grand Prix with those worn soft tyres, so that bodes well. And it actually bodes well that we're catching Sainz, so I'm liking that. The pace is actually very decent. Leclerc is, unlike maybe the last 2 races, he's not dropping off massively in terms of pace when we're on neutral. So it's decent, really good. And fuel-wise, we're okay. Minus 4.4, and it is going down, you know, slow enough, you know, steadily enough on the medium fuel level. So it's not going to be another Brazil fiasco where we're in low fuel for about 10 laps at the end, I don't think. And you can see there, Ocon's gone down the order. He's now to 12th. Now he's the next guy up ahead. So let's try and see if we can get ahead of him. Let's go pushing here. See if we can maybe push past him in this next sector. We're closing right up to the gearbox here. We're going to have to maybe use ERS down the main straight. Actually, you know what? Let's save this little first sector because it looks like we're good. Looks like we're best in the first sector, actually. So let's use ERS down this main straight. Let's go pushing and see if we can get him. We're nose to tail almost with the Force India and the Renault here. Got a tiny bit of ERS to use. Down the inside. Oh, it's a lovely move there on the Force India. Great stuff. Great stuff. Although he comes back. Oh, he's used ERS back on us. Fair play. Fair play, Ocon. Battling back. Fair play, sir. But all of us going faster. 3 tenths faster than the last lap. So that's the good thing there in terms of we're not losing massive time by fighting Ocon and Sainz here. But, all right, going to save ERS. I'm going to wait for that corner on the right-hander. Ooh, that's, who's that? Magnussen dropping off. He's on a new set of tyres, actually. Right, we're on lap 13, and the tyres aren't going to go to lap 16, I don't think. I mean, they might. Sainz is also doing the same strategy. What's he on? He's on 33%. Okay, I'm going to try and mimic what Sainz is doing, and we're going to see if we can hold this out. Van Dorn's also doing the same thing. I don't know if Van Dorn's coming in this lap, but getting very sketchy. Very sketchy on tyre wear now. I think we have one more lap left, basically, of tyre wear. And then we have to come in. Yeah, we have to come in this next lap. We have to come in this next lap. There's no way we can't. So we've gone 14 laps then. So that 18 lap thing's bullshit. So 28 laps, and then we'd have to go soft tyres. I really don't want to do that, but we're going to have to maybe do that. Or do we go mediums? 2 sets of mediums, spread that out? Nah, okay, we're going to go another set of hards, and then we'll go softs at the end there, I think. We'll go for a fast pit stop. Let's see how that goes. We're going to gain a lot of time here on the in-lap by pushing this thing like an absolute stabbed rat. Minus 1.5, nearly 6 on the previous lap. So good in-lap there for Leclerc. He's in. Larandi's going to continue on. Oh, actually, wait, can we double stack him? Where is he? Where is he? Ooh, nope, damn it. My bad. Sorry, man. I completely missed you. You're going to come in the next lap. I haven't focused on you. I'm not going to lie. Recharge, pit strategy fast, push in. Right, I don't think there was a mistake for Leclerc. No, it was a good pit stop for him. It was a good pit stop, right. So we're going to go medium, because we're back on low fuel. But we're going to go push. Let's try and get ahead of the Toro Rosso. Thank you very much. Already passed Gasly. Good stuff. All right, 14 laps remaining, so a little update. We're in 14th. Raikkonen was actually right ahead of us still. He's still actually right ahead of us. We're ahead of Van Dorn. Alonso's on an alternative strategy. Same for Sainz. He's pit for soft tyres. So Renault are trying something a little bit different to us. They're basically doing the other way around because we're going to end on softs. They might go to mediums maybe, or I don't know, another set of softs. I'm not too sure. So we'll see how this pans out. But apart from Perez, but I think Perez went on hards after his first stint. So apart from Perez, we are the lead guy on hard tyres. So at least there's that. In terms of everyone trying this strategy, we're the fastest on track doing that. But, you know, Gasly is 16th, Hartley's 19th. So they're not getting points, but we're nowhere near points. And actually now we're going to be overtaken by Van Dorn, which is unfortunate. Can we push back, please? Can we defend that? There we go. Defended it quite successfully. That looked like slow-mo right there. The normal play of this game looks like slow-mo. It really does. It freaks me out a little bit. I need to go at least ×2 to make it look like it's going at a decent speed. But, okay, so Van Dorn's pressurizing us, but I mean, we're not going to get points, I don't think. Toro Rosso aren't going to get points, though. So, really, we're just fighting for just the highest we can get, maybe. I don't know. Maybe we can get 10th. I really hope maybe Renault have a bad, and maybe we can jump on these medium tyre guys. It's possible, but, you know, it's going to be difficult. We need to pray that these guys really muck up on their tyres. Right, lap 24, Gasly is past us, Van Dorn's past us. They've been pushing a lot harder, and I think just the pace has kind of dropped off a little bit. I'm trying to conserve these tyres as best I can, but it's proving a little bit difficult. And Raikkonen also somehow, I don't know why Raikkonen's with us at the moment in this pack, but he is. But things are going a little bit backwards in terms of the pace. I might start pushing in now, to be honest, or, you know, we'll just keep on pushing like this, and we'll really ramp up the pace maybe a little bit. Yeah, you know what? We're going to have to pit in anyway pretty soon. So let's just use most of the ERS here. Well, I'll let Charles just push on like this. And we'll see how far he can get and close back up to Van Dorn maybe. And then we'll come in on softs, I think. I think that's the way we're going. Right, the tyre wear's getting pretty bad for Leclerc. That's fine, though, because we're coming in. He's gained a decent amount of time. Although he's getting held up by Raikkonen. Kimi Raikkonen is holding our race up. I never thought I'd be saying that. But he's literally held our race up there. So we make a pit stop now. Going to go way down the order, but needed. We're into 19th on auto. Good amount of fuel, though. We can push. And let's see. These guys have surely got a pit. Surely. Like, we're catching back up to Hartley and Gasly, who have yet to make a second pit stop in this race, I don't think. I think Hartley's done so, but I don't think Gasly has. And we're both catching him, so he needs to get going really soon. But we are rapidly catching up to Hartley, so here we go. Come on. 2 laps remaining. We're gaining in Sector 1. I'm going to use ERS as we come through this bend here. Use a little bit there, closing up on Hartley. Ooh, nearly around the outside, didn't quite work. Making little jolts. It really is like actual like Abu Dhabi Grand Prix watching this circuit. Like all these 90-degree left and right-handers and just seeing like the car nearly make a move down the inside, but not quite. Right, final lap of the Grand Prix. May as well go all out. Attack, overtake mode, attack. Come on. ERS down the straight. Come on, can we get Hartley? There we go, down the inside of Hartley. There we go. Made the overtake up into... What is that? 16th now. Gasly's made a late pit stop, so he's down the order. Alonso's come down the order now. He's going real slow. I don't know. We could get 15th here, maybe. Massa, come on the last lap of the Grand Prix. Let's make some overtakes, please. And Lorandi's out of fuel. I completely messed his race up. I'm not even gonna argue that. I've completely messed up his race. But we're going for a move down the inside of Massa. Here we go. Come on. Lovely, lovely. Can we? Yeah, there we go. We're on good fuel. We're on good fuel. All right, decent. Use ERS, blue flags for Randy, that's fine. ERS, out that last bend. And we're up into 15th. Nice overtake on Massa at the end there. Not gonna lie though, a bit of a meh race to be honest. But in the end, nothing's really changed championship-wise. This was a bit of a dead race in terms of nothing was going to change with the championship, it looked like, because the only people scoring points were Renault. Again, kind of showing that even though Toro Rosso have technically the better car, Renault have just been doing a lot better and better. So, I don't know. We could look into a cheeky little bid maybe for Sainz or Hulkenberg if they're willing to. But the man who I'm trying to maybe sign, Ricardo, is won the race. So that probably has shot up his wage price that I probably can't afford. So constructors-wise, we will finish in 8th then. 8 points behind Toro Rosso. And you can see Renault in no man's land there. Well, not really. They were catching Williams, but... yeah, there's definitely a leap up from here, from 7th to 6th. There's a big leap up that I'm hoping we can make that leap up in this next pre-season, in the winter, basically, from this season to the next. But there clearly is that jump up that, yeah, that's why, kind of, for us, it didn't really matter too much, this race. So the world champion was Lewis Hamilton. They absolutely crushed the season with Mercedes as well, winning the constructors there. And so we go through towards the end of the season then. We're now in a stage of like a couple of days, I think it will basically be, until we have to actually get on to, yeah, we got car repairs, championship promotion stuff, contract proposal, and then literally, I think, yeah, we've got 1 week then. and then pre-season will begin effectively. So that's where. So we've got to start doing all these deals, hopefully. So unfortunately, we got a contract offer rejected by Ricardo. And there's no way he's signing a deal like that. Forget it. Ultimately, just quite a lot that he's asking for, and I think probably we're probably going to get the same from Leclerc. I'm not going to lie. I think it's just all very expensive compared to season 1, where we're able to pay them 31k because that's the base game start off. But I think we're just going to have to bite the bullet and really burn into that. But we've got Sergio Perez on scout 5 days' time. We're going to go ahead and also pop in some other offers potentially now. Likes we could look into. We've got Sainz there that I have mentioned before briefly. He's pretty much the same star level as Leclerc, but I believe if you compare the two, he's just a little bit better in some departments. 14 brake to 11, 12 to 13. So Leclerc's got that one. Smooth is a little bit better. Overtaking are the same. He's more consistent. He's the same adaptability. He's one more on fitness and way better on feedback and focus there. So even though the star level is it's a little bit deceiving, he is definitely better than Leclerc is. And in terms of what he's done, the form has been 6.6, 6.5. He's performed pretty well, although marketability isn't that amazing. We'd also have to buy out his contract, but I'm pretty sure he's interested in it. Yes, he is. So I think for the sake of, in case we're left with basically some, difficult options of not having many drivers to go for, I think we should put in an offer and see how that goes for us. We'll do equal. I'll go with 527. That's 3 clicks away from the top wage bill I could give him, so hopefully he would go for that. He wants a short contract. I'll make him pay out his buyout clause. He doesn't mind doing that. He wants a nice signing on fee, though, so pretty much him buying out his own contract won't really matter too much because we'll be paying him back in the signing on fee of, I don't know, around 500,000 seems good. Bonus size is important, but we'll just do the cheeky thing of putting this up to first place and then bumping that up because realistically he's not going to be getting first, especially in this next year. So we'll go with this offer. Maybe he'll accept it, maybe not. It's always difficult. This is one of the parts where I don't like this game when it comes to the driver offers, because it's very... I feel like they should start you off paying your drivers that much anyway, because it's such a leap in terms of the balance sheet from Season 1 to Season 2 of any career you do, because the game has to basically readjust you to having to pay your drivers a lot rather than paying them 31k. Right, so we get the prize money for the end of this season, then we'll receive that. That's 32 million, so that's for 8th place, that is. So good, obviously, that we stepped up even higher than the 9th we got, so we get a bit more prize money. Manager of the season is going to go over to Renault's manager, Abitol, and then the driver of the season... is going to be Lance Stroll. Okay, Lance Stroll, driver of the season. I don't know how much Stroll's family paid for that award, but okay then. So the next season's rules are active, so double points for the final race. That's the only rule change, actually, surprisingly. And then for promotion's sake, for next year, Toyota will be coming back to F1, and Manor will be down into F2. And then Lotus go up to F2, and Spiker go down to F3 in this little fantasy mod of ours. Contract proposal from Leclerc. He's not happy with it, so he wants more money. He's unhappy with that. He says unhappy, so I don't think that means we have to go maximum, but he was unhappy with what I just offered him that much, so I don't know. I think we're going to have to go to 1 click away maybe from 443, 414. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, but yeah, I want to keep him on. He's 19. He's got potential, and obviously he's been the one that scored all our good points. So I can't really bag him on too much on that. So yeah, just have to go for it. All right, Sainz isn't happy. Let's go back to the negotiation table. He's unhappy with the income, and he doesn't like the signing on fee we've given him, which I'm pretty sure wasn't 75. I'm pretty sure I put that up to 500,000. I don't know what's going on there. I'm just going to go to his max, 608. That's the maximum I can pay him. I was on 527, so that's 2 clicks back. I really thought 2 clicks down for the max would be enough, but clearly not. So let's see what he says with that. It's going to be at least 1 million we're paying, both as a total, the 1 million we're paying 2 drivers. And now we are at pre-season, actually. We haven't even signed any driver yet. We have yet to even do Charles. And we've got to pre-season, so we'll be starting to design the new car, I think this is. I think the email here in the background is the new car to unlock to get designed, which I wanted to leave till next episode, to be honest, because we're going to get 80 million here, so we've got a cool 86, and so these are our options. So I think we're going to leave this on a bit of a cliffhanger then for next episode in terms of what drivers I could get for next season. I don't know. Will Sainz accept the contract? Will Leclerc accept? It looks like maybe we're going to be going for Sainz and Leclerc because unfortunately the other options are just a bit too out of my price range maybe. In terms of the car, well, I'll let you guys maybe say something in the comments of what you think I should go for here. So take a good look in terms of you want to pause the video maybe and take a quick look and let me know what you guys think I should go for. Remember, this is also, you can pause. This is what we were on last season apparently. We apparently spent 77 million, or the team spent 77 million last season on this option. And we've got 86 to play with. Remember though, we want some money left over potentially for some upgrades. But we've got the engine suppliers, the fuel suppliers, material suppliers, brake supplier, and battery suppliers. So those are options, but I think we'll leave that to next episode. So I'm going to leave this here, guys. So if you have enjoyed it, hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you are new here, then do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content. I'm aarava. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you guys next time.